Of course, in life, sometimes things are just going to go wrong, and boating is no different than life. Things will just happen in boating sometimes. Now, of course, these usually fall into just a few different categories. 1, it's our fault. We went out there, we messed up, we did something wrong. 2, it's a straight up accident. Sometimes things just happen. And then 3, sometimes it's somebody else's fault. But it's a little rare in life and in boating when you kind of get all 3 in one shot, like we're about to witness here. Obviously, the ski came off the rack. It was a pure accident. Now, probably at the fault of one of these guys who's going after the ski, but in the end, one of these guys will wind up paying the price at the hand of the other gentleman who's driving the ski, as we'll witness here in just a few moments, and just as some of the other things we'll witness in this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Now, just as in life is the same as in boating, that some mistakes are bigger than others, and many times, even in life when we make a mistake, we'll look back and be like, why did we do that? Boating's no different. Plenty of mistakes will happen in your boating career when you will look back and be like, what in the world was I thinking? Why did I put myself in that spot? So a lot of times in boating, situational awareness is key. Before you go out there and just start trying to do something in boating, maybe stop, assess the situation, take a look and determine if that's exactly what you should be doing. Sure, sometimes it's always going to seem right, and other times you're going to find yourself getting frustrated because you believe that you're doing the correct thing, only to find out later that it wasn't exactly the right move. But sometimes in boating when things go wrong, you just got to rip the band-aid off. Now I'm sure he'll realize in a few moments he has to come back for that trailer, and speaking of coming back for trailers, I have no clue why this guy decided he was going to go back on this trailer. Sometimes in boating we'll make mistakes by putting ourselves too close to the action and not really being able to see what's going on.
Tighten your anus. Look at this. You should probably tighten your anus down, because that thing's just flopping there, bud. Dude. And then you flick your straps, right? Because tighten your anus ain't really sticking there.
I mean, sometimes flopping is part of boating. Like when you're out there enjoying a day on the tube and something decides it's going to flop right on and catch a ride with you. Now, I'm not really a sailor, so I don't fully understand exactly what's happened here. Somebody let me know in the comments exactly how this one happens. How did the sail get that far up the mast of the boat? Now, I don't really understand everything there is about sailing, but here I can kind of tell that things just went wrong. Obviously, they slipped off, wind up running into the mast, and well, the boat winds up flipping over, so now they've got the task of trying to get this back right side up. A whole lot better than trying to get this one back right side up. Speaking of being upside down, nothing like visiting the land down under, because only in Australia will you see things like this. Now, I'm not sure I would have done it this way with the old jack wheel down, because that's an easy way to have it pop right off the hitch, but sometimes in boating you do want things to pop off. Like these guys would probably give anything to pop this boat off the rocks. Our guy right here finds a way to pop it off the rocks as he winds up kayaking down the river, and I gotta imagine he's seen the waterfall, he knows it's there, and winds up going over the falls and, well, popping right out of the kayak. Kind of an interesting one. Let me know in the comments if you would ever try anything like this. I don't think something like that's for me. I enjoy waterfalls, but I'll watch them from a view. Now, of course, we'll stick with the old popping theme. From what I understand here, this was caused by some sort of popped breaker or something to do with the windlass where the fire broke out in the front of the boat. But don't worry, they've got help. Well, unfortunately in this situation, it looks like the help did not wind up paying off too much. Now, there are plenty of situations in boating where you might like a little help, like down at the boat ramp. For example, our driver here, take a look behind the wheel. They are stuck and can't seem to get this trailer out. But if you'll notice, we're gonna go ahead and make a switch, as now we've got somebody else behind the wheel. Let's see if they have any better luck. I always say the same thing at the boat ramp. If you're gonna take over for somebody, you better be able to take care of the situation. Unfortunately, in this one, they're not, and they wind up having to pop the trailer off. Now, of course, like this crew, whenever you do make a mistake, you might as well just own up to it, just like they do. Now, unfortunately, this guy didn't really get the chance to admit his mistake until, well, it was just way too late. But here we can see somebody was at the boat ramp and decided they were going to leave their vessel. Well, maybe not decided. They wound up overboard. Unfortunately, the boat was still in gear, still under power, and he was not wearing the kill switch lanyard. Fortunately, in this situation, as soon as this happened, somebody on the dock actually snagged the guy out of the water, so no injuries were reported. But again, sometimes mistakes happen when you least expect it. I mean, he was at the ramp. He pretty much thought the day was done, and unfortunately, this was the result. Speaking of mistakes, nothing like thinking your day's done and not covering your boat. You're probably going to come back and find it like this. Now, some mistakes will be super obvious, kind of like this one. The mistake they made was even getting on the boat that day. Now, unfortunately, as we can already tell, these are commercial mariners, and I'm just guessing they didn't have a choice. It was like, hey bro, you're up, it's Wednesday, you're on shift, time to go to work. But let me know how you would enjoy working in these conditions in the comments below. Speaking of being in conditions you don't want to be in, nothing like being out there on the water and, well, losing a motor. That's a tough spot. But sometimes, even when you have the motor, you can find yourself stuck out there on the water, kind of like this crew. They were trying to work their way out of the inlet, and somehow, well, things didn't go their way, and as we can see by all the mud being kicked up, they are now stuck. Fortunately, there's a few little waves coming in here and there, as we'll see, and they're utilizing those waves to try and get a little water under the boat. And when the wave comes in, they power up to try and get pushed off. Let me know what you think of that plan, or if there's something else they should be doing. Now, I have to imagine they somehow wound up off course, as it does appear there's some sort of buoy or marker just to the right of them. I'm wondering if they were supposed to stay to the right of that marker. Fortunately, somebody's coming out here to try and help, but where they're going to really get help is right here. A big wave comes through. They're able to power up and actually get the boat to move forward just a little bit, and I think that just a little bit was just enough with this second wave that comes in right behind them to wind up breaking them free. At first, I thought the crew here was showing up and going to give them a hand, but as it turns out, they wind up breaking free before they get there, but I believe the crew's really trying to direct them on which way to go. But thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out in your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram at Broncos Guru and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.